Nigel Sylvester just stepped in. If you're not familiar with who he is, he's a professional BMX. What do I say? Rider.
You can say
performer,
rider, BMXer.
BMXer.
Yeah, you can say that.
Daredevil.
Man, people think I'm crazy, but
and
I'm
where
not.
are you from?
I'm from Queens, New York. Born and bred, right here.
And so, at your level of BMX, and I guess it's called like almost like Xgames type sports, right?
Yes, and yeah, you can say that, but I really don't participate in that Xgames situation.
How come?
I just do my own thing. Tell you the truth, man. New York City, growing up, they didn't really cater to that.
You're a street rider, not a ramp rider.
Yeah, so like I'm jumping downstairs on handrails, ledges, using the environment to express myself and create my art.
And do they have, during the X Games, do they have that kind of, don't they have like a street competition?
They do, but I just don't even bother to even go, tell you the truth.
Is it because there's not a lot of money in it, or?
It's the fact that I got to a point where like I've made it so far without that platform that I'm gonna like break that mold and like show people that you don't need that, tell you the truth.
I don't know anything about becoming a pro BMX rider, but how do you become pro if you're not competing?
So pretty much like in action sports, the companies turn you professional. So you get to a point where it's like, okay, like your name is buzzing enough in the streets and you're on the internet and you hot.
It's like getting signed to a label.
It's like getting signed to a label. Like the company turns you pro and they give you like professional parts and like you get like signature parts, like signature bikes and stuff like that.
Now I hear you get a lot of hate too from other riders.
I get a lot of hate, man. But it happens. You know how it goes, man.
Listen,
like
you talking to a guy you talking to a guy that catches all the time. But do you feel like because you didn't come through competition, is that where the hate comes from? Because you kind of, because there's not a lot of black kids from the hood.
It's not at all,
BMX, and so it's kind of a cool factor because you've come from a different place where most people don't BMX. Is that why you got hot, or is it all skill?
A lot of it is skill, dude. Like at the end of the day, you got to prove yourself on like your bicycle.
Yeah.
There's no way to fake that. Like you have to be able to go out there, ride, perform, and put those videos out, and the kids have to be watching those videos, and if they're whacked, then they ain't watching them.
So does it end up being a competition that is fan voted on? Like we're watching the videos, and that's the only way that we can compare your skills versus somebody else's.
Pretty much.
Because you're not going head to head.
Yes, it's pretty much just like I put like those videos out, and kids are like, yo, I gotta see what he's gonna do next.
Right.
That's what's important.
Huh.
So Nigel Sylvester, are you on the cover of ESPN?
I don't believe so. I know I'm in the magazine. Like I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the actual physical copy yet, but I'm just in there.
So the photo comes out, and the girls, well, these two women who've known you since you were young,
yeah, knew for a while now,
are now looking at you like a sex object.
I mean, it happens, bro. If I'm out here looking like this,
their little brother has now grown up.
Yeah. So listen, when it came out, we were looking at the pictures of all the different athletes, Serena Williams, and then all of a sudden we see Nigel with buns of steel just out there. We're like,
I'm gonna be honest.
Whoa!
I didn't even know that it was Nigel for at least the first 30 seconds that I looked at the photo.
Who you thought it was?
Well, I wasn't looking at your face.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, nice ass.
Who's this kid on the bike, right?
Well, actually, Info didn't believe that that's your ass, by the way.
Miss Info accused you of airbrushing.
Wow.
Airbrushing.
Wow.
She says
that's like false advertising right there. You can't do that.
How could you have such a pimple-free butt?
Yes.
When you're sweating profusely while you're on that bike.
I don't believe it. I believe that. And in fact, by the way, and it's not against you. It's just all of those athletes. I know the amount of sweating that they're doing, and they're wearing all these constricting Under Armour, outfits. You gotta have pimples on your butt.
It's just wow.
Now I haven't even seen.
Deny it if it's true.
This is me all day.
Really?
So now talk to us. How did they shoot these bikes? When you shot this, you basically jumped on your bike naked.
Pretty much. So how it broke down is that I did test shots of my shorts first, and then they gave me a robe, and we went outside, and they were like, okay, it's time to go.
Where do you do it outside where you don't get arrested?
They had like blocked off this big area in downtown LA.
What?
Yeah, they blocked it off.
Okay, so you were doing your usual tricks with stuff just dangling all over the place.
Pretty much.
Did you have any accidents?
No. Fortunately, I was good.
Your shrivel game. I know if I was out there, my shrivel game.
Like a little tuck. Like would you?
I don't know. Now I just feel like if I was jumping around, it would shrivel up. Like I wouldn't be at attention like I needed to be for a photo shoot.
Yo, there's so much going on. Cause like there's people like on set. Like, you're thinking like a million miles per hour, dude. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about not hurting myself on my bicycle.
Wait, hold on, Info. Do they have a fluffer like the porn movies to make sure?
They're not showing that
They're
part,
not
though, so
showing
they
it.
want it to poke out.
Nah, that's the whole point.
Got it.
It's tasteful. You can't be out there
all right.
swinging.
I mean, you know,
It's tasteful.
Not a playgirl shit.
Yeah,
It's
like
not like.
What is wrong with you?
But what I want to know is, Nigel, at any point, did you have any diva demands? Like, were you like, only 3 people on set?
Oh,
Clear
definitely.
The set.
Oh, but listen, before I even got there, Hawaii Mike and I was telling everyone, listen, we want no one on set. Like,
Right.
no one. And I got there.
No cell phones.
No cell phones, no cameras, nothing. But I got there and there's still people on set like holding like lights and camera assistants. I'm like, are you for real? But it's like, it's only way we can shoot this if we have these people here. So I was
All
like,
women set. All women crew.
that's what it should have been, man. But
But it wasn't.
it wasn't. But real talk, like the guys like turned around, like they was like, I don't want to see this anyway.
yeah, because you're
like,
flying through the air with your balls in everybody's face.
Everyone turned around. I was like, cool. Like that's.
Did you
that
do
can work.
any special grooming that you normally wouldn't because you knew that you would be naked?
Did you get a wax? Did you get a wax?
A little shrubbery. You know,
Don't
little...
tell me you got a wax, man.
Dude.
Don't say you got wax.
I had to like clean up a little bit.
I mean,
you
clean
know,
up
you
trim.
had to. You
Little
had to
trim.
clean up a little bit.
Why would you be mad at him if he got a wax?
Because it's already super sus that he's got basically a bike seat up his ass.
No, there is
on
no
ES.
bike seat up my what? Like
It's already super
No,
sus.
it is handlebars in his ass, not the bike.
No.
Nonetheless.
There is nothing near the area over there. Like everything's away.
Yo, so
So it's
Ebro,
already crazy. So now if you got up here and started talking about you was waxing and all that, man.
Nah, like you got to clean up. You got to clean up.
you
know?
do.
A little
There's nothing
something.
wrong with
No,
grooming.
I manscape, guys. I
Yeah,
get.
you got to keep it right.
I get the from under. I get the from under. You know what
What's
I mean?
the-
I clean that
what's
from
the-
under. I get
From
the from
under?
under. You gotta get
The from under.
you gotta get the from under.
I am so horrified right now.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I want my lady down there, I gotta make sure things is
You
right.
gotta keep it
know what
right.
I'm
You
saying?
can't have.
Hold the
You
line,
gotta have it
please.
right. You gotta have it
Y'all
right.
never heard of the from under?
I've never heard that before, dude.
No, but I
Is that
respect
around
it.
the
You have to do it.
It
Like
is.
that.
It is around the taint.
You gotta get the
Okay.
from under.
It's a
Make sure
gooch
there's no
cleanup.
from under cheese.
Oh, stop!
Sorry.
That's nasty,
Too far?
bro.
Yeah, like I don't know if that's different level.
I'm just saying you gotta get in there. Son.
Okay.
So now we are printed out now. Nigel Sylvester's here, ESPN magazine. He is one of the models, athletes,
One of the athletes.
No, one of the featured athletes.
Featured athletes.
Yeah.
that are naked. Now,
Tastefully.
what did your mother say? What did your brother say? You walked in
Wow.
on the cell phone with your brother. I know your
Yeah.
brother was giving you all types of slang.
Nah, like yo, my brother's very supportive of the whole thing. He understands like why this is important.
Are you the first pro BMX rider to be featured in this
I'm the
issue?
first professional BMX rider to be featured in this issue.
That's amazing.
How did they? What do you think is important about it? I mean, what besides obviously you looking good and it being a great look to be in the magazine? What other message is there?
I feel like they only pick like 20-something athletes each year like to do this, and there are tons of athletes that want to do it. So the fact that I'm a part of this elite roster of athletes it's important to me. You know what I mean, it gets like represent my sport on like such a platform.
And do you
important
also
to my
feel like
culture.
it's about body imaging or the amount of work that you're putting into your sport and showing it off? Or?
It is like it's like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get here. You know, it's a lot of years
and broken
to
bones,
get that.
and broken bones, and
broken
stitches.
bones and everything. You know, like hospital visits, and it took a lot. So I want to share that.
Let's talk about your medical bills and your mother. You're from Queens. What part of Queens?
Laurelton, Queens.
And that's not all the way hood. That's kind of aight. It's aight.
It's alright. You know,
It's
like
aight.
things still happen in the summertime. Like
True.
don't get it twisted,
It'll
but
turn up.
it's alright.
Were you considered like a dork and a nerd when you was coming up BMXs with your friend? Because you know when you're black and you're doing skateboarding, I know I went through it. When you was skateboarding, everybody thought you was trying to be a white boy
Definitely.
or you know this that. Did you catch that kind of slang?
Oh, definitely. I definitely called the white boy like over and over and over again. But that. I mean, like I feel like all those years that happened, that helped me like develop a skin for criticism and hatred. Like at this point now, I could read all these comments and just laugh about it.
And you know what's crazy about black people? When they make fun of you like that and they call you a white boy, it's not because they don't like you. We just criticize each other so much.
Yeah, just don't
That's just how it
understand.
is. I call it black love. It's like a reverse twisted love affair that we have with each other where we diss each other and we're actually bigging you up at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I got love in the hood too, because there were other kids in my neighborhood who rode bicycles, like, but it's just, it happened.
How old are you?
26.
So when did you start riding?
BMX came about when I was like 12. I rode bikes my whole life, but like 12 years old is when I really started to like ride BMX.
Because I remember, you know, when about 10, maybe 15 years ago, you know, you had videos, but it wasn't a lot of black kids. You didn't see black kids skateboarding and BMX. You didn't see that stuff.
Light.
And I remember when Pharell and NERD first did the lap dance video, and it was black kids from the hood riding bikes. Like all us weirdo nerds was like, finally, we made it.
We were waving our flag like,
we made it. We made it.
And it's interesting because now, you know, in 2014, Nigel is working with Pharell, and they're collaborating on.
Really?
Yeah, we're doing a bike company together called Brooklyn Machine Works.
I know. I have a Brooklyn at the crib.
Oh, so you already know what it is.
I have a Brooklyn. Yeah,
So that's
So
like
we
an
know.
amazing progression.
It is. Nah, it's crazy.
So, Laura, you printed out some things that you wanted Nigel to read.
Yeah. All right. So when he finally put up the photo on his Instagram page, we were looking through some of the comments. Yeah, and some of the comments are so ridiculous, but they're so funny.
How you guys want to do this? You want to have Nigel read
he
his own comments?
Yes.
He has to
I can't
own
read
them.
these comments.
Why
Like,
can't you?
It's cursing.
Well, did you rank? No, you can curse. We'll edit it. We'll edit it out.
Pick the ones that you like.
Pick the top 5.
I like the fact that you left your dunks on. I like that comment. That's a good
Somebody
one.
said, I like the fact that he left his dunks on the photo.
Don't be nervous, man. You got to speak up and read
own it.
All right, here we go.
Own it.
Here we go.
Man.
The top foul comments.
The top
on,
one?
yeah.
All these are foul, dude. Don't get your Jimmy caught in the chain. Hey, yo, bro. Like, come on, dude.
Good
like,
advice.
For
It is
real.
pretty good advice, though.
Them buns, though?
Them buns.
I mean,
That was from @MissInfo.
Yeah, them buns though.
All right, give me 3 more. Give me 3 more.
Wow. I can't say
Come
that.
on,
I
say
can't
it.
say
Come on.
that.
I'll say it.
Yeah, you say
This
you gotta
says,
say. I can't say that.
Stop clenching your butt cheeks.
I mean,
Let's say, this dude is butt ass naked on a BMX bike. Sus in capital.
It is sus, my G. Keep
why
it
is
real.
that sus?
It's art, baby. It's
Understand,
art.
Why is that sus?
Don't call me baby after I just called you sus. Come on, man.
I don't think that's sus.
What's the number 1 comment, Laura Styles? Number 1 comment.
What's the number 1,
What would be
Laura?
the number 1? I don't know. I think that all of them were equally foul, but let me see. Weren't you scared you were gonna get hit? You were gonna hit your balls on the top of the tube.
Yeah, it's the top 2 right here.
Oh, okay. Were you scared you were gonna hit your balls on that
Nah,
tube?
like I do these tricks every single day. We've been practicing for years.
And somebody called him a fake black person. Your dick is not that big.
Oh,
That's
that
square.
is stupid.
Yeah, some of these are ridiculous. When I was going through them, I was like, what the fuck?
No, but since we're talking about your balls, let's talk about your balls.
Come on, we can't.
But on BMX, yo, fam, I'm sure you've hurt yourself.
It happens all the time.
I'm sure that seat has caught you, or those bars, or you flipped over something. And
It
hurt
happens.
yourself.
It happens. It happens. That's why I'm on a bike as much as possible, so I could avoid that.
You don't wear like a
Practice
cup
makes
or something?
Nah. I don't wear cups. I don't wear helmets. No
Wild and
pads.
free.
Just out here.
Commando.
Do you catch flack from parents? You know, when I was coming up, you know, when we was riding bikes, my mom didn't put us out. We never had helmets. We just go out and play. Nowadays, you helmets, arm pads, knee pads, everything.
Those are for younger kids who don't know how to ride yet.
He's an expert.
You know, like
But
at this point, I should be able to handle myself
I
without
want to
those
know,
things.
besides all the hate, what are your Instagram DMs like?
Oh,
Wow. Like, girls must be...
okay.
Wow.
So listen, I get a lot of insane Instagram DMs. I mean,
we've
when
seen them.
people don't believe me, I show them to my look.
Laura Styles had a dude watching her on television. He had somebody take a picture of himself naked in Timberlands, looking at her on television, and DM'd it to her.
Wow.
So...
That sounds scary. Yo, watch yourself in these streets.
Crazy.
You might roll up on you. You gotta watch out.
What do your DMs look like?
Yeah, they all right, you know. You get a couple here and there.
Yo, man, stop acting cool, man.
I know, right? This is the reason why you did it. Like,
I mean, like, you don't. I might have a situation out there. I can't be all up on
So
the.
what?
You know.
Do you have a
cannot control.
situation?
Not really, but
either way.
you know.
Either way.
Nothing I can speak on. Nothing I prefer to speak on.
Listen, the moment Miss Info DMs you a picture of herself topless.
This is my little brother.
Yeah, this is
no.
big sis right here.
that's
No.
our little brother. My little brother.
Not so little anymore, but no. I was a
look at
little
the
scandalized. I
quotation.
was a little scandalized. I was like, I can't look at this. But
And you, Laura Styles, you've been staring at the picture for a few days now.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Thank you.
What? He does.
I already told you that I really thought that the cover model, Prince Fielder,
But
Oh, yeah, she's a chubby
He's a chubby
builder.
chaser.
I thought he looked pretty good.
He did look good though.
Yeah, and Venus Williams. Surprisingly,
Venus.
She's holding. You know, you always think of Serena as the one.
Right.
But Venus got a big booty.
Well, look, Nigel Sylvester, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much. Sir.
What happens for you? I mean, obviously you get hired and paid to go do exhibitions. Is that how it works?
Yeah,
and your sponsors pay you?
Got a long list of sponsors that take care of me. And we get paid, you know, exhibitions and certain things like that, and we just make it happen.
So from here, do you, you know, we watched Tony Hawk go on to make video games, and you know, he had his Xgames things. How do you keep elevating your career from this point?
Well, next up, we're doing an app, tell you the truth.
Okay.
Hit this mobile world, man. That's
what's
very important.
Kim Kardashian, they said, just made $200 million off something, right?
Yeah.
Her stupid app, yeah.
Why are you hating on her app? She made $200 million.
It was a free app, and she made $200 million. That's pretty
all right,
tight.
great, good for her.
Why are you mad, son?
I'm just saying, I want to focus on Nigel, and I want to see if.
Yo, you really just glossed on that, Kim. That was nasty. That was nasty info.
I didn't find the app that interesting. That's all I'm saying.
So you're mad that
Picking
she
the
made so much.
outfits.
You're mad that she made so much money on something that wasn't good. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, but then again, I'm mad at myself because I've spent wild money on Candy Crush. So yes, I'm mad, but also still doing it. I want to know though, with Nigel, like with the BMX game, is there anything that would get you to do a battle with or get in a one-on-one competition with somebody? Like, could somebody, you know, throw down the gauntlet and challenge you?
I mean, like, if it makes sense, honestly. Like,
if it was in the Olympics, would you?
Of course, that's for like Team USA right there. You know what I mean? But it has to make sense because for me, it's like right now I'm creating a lane that no one has ever taken before. So it's important to me that I keep doing things that hasn't been done.
But can't you? You know, we see this in hip hop. We see this in other sports where someone makes it to a certain point. We were just talking about Total Slaughter, battle rap.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was
Tell
one
me
of the
about that,
commentators.
man. Because I'm mad that Lux lost.
You're mad that Lux lost?
I'm mad that he lost.
Well,
but
you should be because Murder Mook gave him the business. And Lux, and that's a whole, we get into the battle rap, that's a whole other conversation. But Joe Budden stepping into that, bringing the mainstream world into a world that is kind of been underground in hip hop for a long time, is also uplifting them in a way, right?
Definitely.
Putting them on a larger stage. Do you feel in your profession that maybe a competition with someone could elevate elevate the entire culture?
I feel that right now BMX needs to be at a point where the mainstream can understand what we do. Okay. You know, so it has to be put in a form that people who don't know anything about BMX can digest it and understand why we do.
Do you feel like the X Games does that in a way? I mean, it does a pretty good job.
I don't think they do a good job at explaining exactly what it is that we do.
Got it.
You know, like right now, like BMX and X Games doesn't get televised, which is a problem. So if I go and do that, if it's not getting televised, no one's going to see it.
But if you went and did it, wouldn't they televise?
Maybe.
Would that
Maybe
be a part of your deal? If like
it has to get the televised. So like this ESPN Body magazine is going to get seen way more than the X Games is going to get seen. So this is more important to me because I want to grow my sport. I want kids in the hood to understand why we do what we do and get into it.
And why? Well, and you know, obviously street culture, whether it's clothes, breakdancing, graffiti, hip hop, BMX, skateboard, all of that is kind of street culture. What is for you the artistic expression in BMX? What's the whole craft for you?
So us going out, right, and we'll find a handrail in a park somewhere, and we say, cool, like this is our canvas. What can we do on this? We go out and film it, and we put it up. Like that's the process right there, like creating something or trying a trick that never been done before on this handrail.
So taking something that's used for one thing and turning it into something else, which is very hip hop.
It's very hip hop. So and we do it in the streets, like, and we deal with people, we deal with cops, we deal with security guards, we deal with all these distractions, but we have to create amongst all
entertainment
these things.
And art.
It's art and sport come together, dude. Because as you see, like I'm an athlete. At the same time, we're creating.
Who in the BMX world is seen as like your biggest competition right now?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone's competition.
There's not somebody that you say, yo, that dude right there, he's setting the bar where I'm trying to.
I mean, like everyone's, because every day someone's doing a new trick. Every day there's a younger kid coming up trying to take someone's spot. So every day it's a competition. Every day you have to elevate your game.
Do you have people that you've identified as people you want to embrace and help?
Definitely. Like kids from New York City for sure, like first and foremost.
Is there any name? Put us on. I'm trying to learn.
Put us on. Yeah. Yo, there's a kid, well, first and foremost, my homie Ralphie Ramos. That's my boy. That's my homie right there. Like I feel like he's up next. Talented kid from Bushwick, Brooklyn. beyond him, there's a kid named Donovan Howard who's trying to get it right now. It's a kid named Mel Williams from the BX. Jim Jones' little homie.
Do you guys form like a crew?
Yeah, so we have a crew called Paradise. You see the hat I'm rocking? This is the name of my squad, Paradise. And I'm just trying to like help these kids like get to like that next level.
Can you give me a free Brooklyn? I need a free Brooklyn. Them things is expensive.
They're very expensive.
Custom bikes, man.
Let me get one.
You got to ride around in style, though.
Though.
You got to ride around in style, though, man. Summertime right now.
I got an off-road one that I got I got a while ago.
Like down hills or whatnot?
Yeah, I rode some hills, some dirt, jumps and things. I'm old, man. I can't be falling, my G. It's hurt.
Yeah, you can't.
It's hurt.
Who do you look up to
Brooklyn tricycle
in the BMX world?
In the BMX world, he'll look up to? No one.
Nobody?
Don't be like that.
I'm telling you.
What about some of the people that came before you?
Came before me?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Matt Hoffman, Dave Mirra, dude from Brooklyn named Edwin De La Rosa.
Dave Mirra, woo.
Yeah, like Dave Mirra took the game to a different level.
They used to show BMX, though, it felt like on Xgames.
They used to.
So was the ratings not high enough? Because that's usually why they stop showing.
Pretty much.
Here's an idea.
It's a TV show. So the ratings got to be right.
X Games, BMX, competition, naked.
Oh, man.
Now we're talking.
You're welcome.
Info,
that's another level right there.
One thing we learned today, info's a thirst bucket.
Shut